If you were to ask me, one of the biggest areas that a lot of players tend to neglect that could make them a much better Madden player is actually learning pass protection formulas against meta blitzes. How often have you heard somebody just complain that you're facing nothing but Mike Blitz 3 or Mike Blitz 0 or maybe the dollar or the 245 odd meta, and they're content to play the same way all year long and let these defenses pour in off the edge? Now, I do understand that some of these are rather difficult to block. So in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to pick up the dollar and 245 odd meta. We're going to explain exactly why the blitz works and what the rationale is for why the protection that we're going to use is even better. Let's get into it. What is up, guys? Zan from the Madden YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to pick up the dollar and the 245 odd blitz metas. Now, this is a blitz that a lot of players have run all year, and a lot of players actually still struggle with picking this up even in June of Madden 22. Now, if you guys have touched the Madden 23 beta at all, there's a lot of rumblings from pro circles that the 245 odd is even better. Yes, even better in Madden 23 than it is in Madden 22. Now, again, a lot can change with the beta, but that is something that should concern you if you guys are hearing the same things that I'm hearing. And this is because pass rush tuning is up, sheds are up, zones are more responsive. So I anticipate that this is going to be a defense that a lot of players are going to be running next year, and you're going to need to know the pass protection formula to give yourself the best opportunity to move the ball against this formation. What's up, guys? Just want to say thank you so much for helping me reach 13,000 subscribers here on the Zan Madden YouTube channel. It means a ton to me that you guys are still supporting in the late spring into the early summer, and we're going to be pushing forward towards Madden 23 before you know it. If you guys could do me a quick favor, make sure that you guys hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and if you're really wanting to help, make sure you guys drop a comment below. It helps push this video in the algorithm and helps this content get out to other Madden players just like you that are looking for Madden tips tutorials. Now back to the video. Let's go ahead and talk about why this blitz works first and foremost. Players that run this are going to run this on autoflip on and base align setting. This is very, very important because they like the nickel corner to be in the same alignment regardless of the formation that you call. So this is super important. A lot of players will also use contain, QB contain, when they break the huddle. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to put in, let's just put in a player here at the nose tackle. This is the position that causes a lot of problems for the offensive line. And it's not necessarily the player that comes in every time, although you will see some pass off logic that will allow for A gaps from this particular player. It's actually the pass off logic in general that plagues the offensive line against this blitz meta, whether it's the pinch 2 or the dollar. And for the dollar, we're talking about DB Fire 2, for those that are wondering. When we come out and break the huddle, we're already on baseline setting. Most players are going to go ahead and press their coverage from there. A lot of players will drop the cloud flats by shading up. They're going to QB contain, and then they are going to stand off basically to the outside. You'll see some players run it flipped or unflipped, but the general consensus is that you're going to kind of offset your user kind of behind this defensive lineman. And the reason for that is that if they run inside zone, you want to be able to gap shoot it. And it also causes a lot of problems. So when we talked about this position, the nose tackle position, for some reason, this blitz works because the center will oftentimes release the nose tackle, causing the guard on either side to have to retarget and pick up a new player that's being passed off. As a result, the defensive ends and then the blitzers outside of those defensive ends, whether it's the nickel side or in this case over here, the outside backer, oftentimes pour in off the edge. And this can be something that plagues a lot of players' offenses. They face this and they know the game is over. So let's kind of just go through some reps here and kind of show you how this works. Even when it doesn't work, it still works. So you saw right there, there was no pass off logic. Just in general, those double rushers off of each edge really create problems for the guard and the tackle on either side. So again, all they're doing is basically running base align, press, contain, and then coverage adjustments from there. Again, this user might be placed differently. Some players hang out in this area, some players will hang out in that area. It just differs from player to player, but they're all basically doing the same thing as it pertains to trying to guarantee their pressure. They're waiting for the snap and then swooping in, and you see right here, that was very, very difficult for them to pick up. Now, the offensive line did pick it up. So let's go ahead and talk about, in general, what it is you need to do when you face this blitz. So we talked about in general, what happens is sometimes that center will throw the player away, that nose tackle. And then everybody to the outside has to basically change who they're blocking and pick up a new player. And by that point, it's too late. So that is the first hurdle that we have to clear when we're facing this blitz, whether again, it's from the 245 odd or from the dollar. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you basically what I would recommend that you guys do when you are facing this. And that is going to be to have the center hang on to the nose tackle. We can figure everything out from there if we can just make the center consistently stay on his man. When he throws him away, the whole pass protection breaks down. So what we're going to do is we are going to press QB contain, and then we're going to kind of stand offset. Now, again, we want number 52 to block number 93 in white. So what we're going to do this, the only way that you can really guarantee this is by double teaming the nose tackle. So we're going to start off from there. So when we double team the nose tackle, we now know that out of our 5 blockers that are on the field, 2 of those 5 are going to block the nose tackle. That means that on either side now, we only have 3 potential offensive linemen to block 2 rushers off of both sides, meaning 4 total defensive players outside of this, because this is a 5-man rush. So we have to add an additional player into our formula to pick this up. So we're going to block the running back. When you do this combination of hanging onto the nose tackle and blocking the running back, this is going to end up giving you the best opportunity to consistently give yourself a pocket. Now, again, I can't prevent sheds from happening. That's still something that will occur, but you're going to have something to step up into. So I'm going to go ahead and snap the ball here, try to fly in, and you're going to see how that looks. You see how I basically had a lane to step up into. Now, again, I'm trying to use both controllers at the same time. What you saw here in this example was the left tackle get shed. So this is a shed animation. He got beat. But in terms of the running back, you see that the running back is now not hanging out up the middle. So you see in that clip where the running back kind of jumps up into the middle, that is what you don't want. And because we've double teamed an interior player, the running back now knows that he can wait on Bradley Chubb. Now, again, disregard the fact that number 57 got beat. That is just a regular dice roll animation, finesse move versus pass block finesse of the tackle. In terms of the pocket, you clearly can step up with Patrick Mahomes right here, and you see that Clyde Edwards-Helaire is waiting on Bradley Chubb. Again, number 57 getting beat is beside the point. You have something to step up into. There's no glitchy targeting going on. This is just a standard pocket, a good pass protection, and a double team right where it needs to be on that nose tackle. The center hangs onto his block and prevents anything from coming in off of the edges. Very, very important for you guys to understand this. This is what you have to do against this blitz. And this also works under center. Again, I'm an under center player. So again, let's set this up. We're going to block our running back, and we are going to double team the nose tackle. That's the player that the center sometimes doesn't block. And we have to make sure that that is not the case. So once we do that, we are now in a position where even if they do the loop and swoop, we are going to have a pocket to step up into. So again, you see how we can do this, step up, you're in a good spot. So that looks scary, but you climb the pocket into this. Everybody picked up their block. Take a look here. See how everybody picked up their block. The center picked up and did not throw his guy. The guard and the tackle negotiated the 2 blocks off of that side, and we climbed up into the pocket. Now, right there, we did actually see the running back kind of step up inside. This is the benefit of the user. So you see the red circle underneath the defense? Because that user swoops inside, sometimes that makes the running back do the same thing. So you see that Clyde Edwards-Helaire is tracing this user. Again, very, very important for you guys to understand. That is why players all do that swoop right at the snap, is they want to try to make the running back retarget towards that user. Now, the other thing to consider is you see over there on the left, the running back, just like he did in the previous example, was going to look at Bradley Chubb. You see that Travis Kelce's route grazed him? That is a deficiency in the game. Because that player got bumped back off the line, the running back now decides to look at the user. And that's kind of why this rep looked a little funky, but let's show you guys a third example. So now that we know what we know, we're going to keep Kelce out of the way. I'm going to block the running back. I'm going to double team the nose tackle. So again here, we're going to press QB contain. And again, I'm going to try to swoop with this user. So we snap this ball. Look at the running back. Very, very good pocket. I can climb up into this and deliver my throw to an open receiver, whether that's the crosser or the trail route coming in behind it. So there you guys have it. Double team the nose tackle, block the running back. This also works against dollar. If you guys are looking for the best run scheme to use against this type of blitz, you guys need to be looking at my inside zone split video, which I've also done here on the channel. I'll include the link in the description for you guys. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, or complaints, make sure you guys drop those below. This honestly is kind of like a pre-Madden 23 tip. I know that this is super meta in Madden 22 and it helps you guys out now. But again, the things that I'm hearing from some of the pro player circles is that 245 odd is a lot better in Madden 23 than it is in the Madden 20, at least the beta of Madden 23, than it is in the Madden 22 retail. So be on the lookout. That seems to be an early meta to carry over from what I am hearing. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, this is Zan. Get in the lab and good luck.